irritated. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah!
Now that is a belch.
Oh my goodness. How do you...
Starches and beer will do it to you. I'm not sure I had to mention I'm on that long after realizing it was on.
Ooh.
Really?
Excuse me.
You see my toenails?
Which I can't see shit. You got them painted?
Yeah,
Okay.
pedicure.
All right, clear coat.
I got the spa, so they give me massage.
How much was your thing?
What thing?
Your pedicure?
It was expensive down there for some reason.
Oh hell no.
It was like I paid $35, but up here it's like $25.
Okay. Make sure you're talking to the mic.
Okay. Hi.
Hello, people. We're here.
We are. We're both munching on different things.
Hungry as fuck.
Trying not to talk or smack in the camera. The camera. What is this? Microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But like I was saying before the microphones got cut on. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Fuck. That was loud as fuck.
Sorry.
Crunch.
I'm gonna break it.
No, but Taco Bell, like their burritos be
Stuff with
it looked like doo doo. Like if you were to squeeze it.
doo doo.
Yeah.
You mean the refried beans?
Yeah, whatever that shit is.
Those are refried beans.
Looks like shit.
I mean, ultimately it becomes.
Looks like doo doo. I wanna rock. I wanna rock. I wanna rock. Doo doo brown. Doo doo brown.
Get off of my bed.
Oh my goodness. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing. This week I have a beverage in my hand.
Ooh, beverage. Come on, beverage. What you drinking on? Let the good people know.
This is Bud Light Platinum.
Bud Light Platinum. I don't know how y'all be drinking beer.
Beer is delicious.
It's disgusting.
I thoroughly enjoy carbonated beverages.
Tastes like deer piss.
Okay, I am not going to completely disagree with that. Even though I don't know what deer piss tastes like. I do. Wow.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
And y'all,
We said
as always, you get us in our rawest form, okay? But where was I going with that? I felt like it was about to be something that was just disgusting. Anyway,
but deer piss. I think it tastes like deer piss. I don't know what deer piss tastes like, but if I ever was graced with that opportunity, I'm pretty sure.
There's something to be graced with?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
God works in mysterious ways.
Well, I would assume that deers have better diets.
Oh yeah, because they be eating
leaves.
Eating leaves and berries and whatever the hell Bambi was eating in that movie.
I be eating leaves and berries too.
You know, Bambi did not eat.
The whole movie?
In the movie. Like, all of the fucking animal movies that Disney has came out, them motherfuckers have not eaten. Did they eat in The Lion King?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Oh, the hyenas ate Scar at the end.
Did they really?
They didn't show it, and it wasn't like.
Is that how the Lion King ended?
Yeah.
The first time?
They ate Scar. It was just like inferred that that's what happened because they attacked him.
Oh.
And basically was like, because Scar basically betrayed them and was threw him under the bus, and they were like, "Well, fuck you, nigga," and they jumped on him. And of course, when hyenas hump onto something,
they're gonna eat it.
Okay. They're gonna kill it and eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ate very well. That's actually one of the things that was a problem in the movie, is the fact that Scar came and everybody was eating everything, and then there was nothing to eat. Everybody was going hungry, and
with him as king.
Yeah, because he had the hyenas come and disturb everything, and it was eating everything and stuff like that.
Hyenas come.
What was that? Quick before the hyenas come. Hey. Come on.
I want my freedom.
Woo! You are going to get us demonetized. That is so funny. First off, look at the scribbles on the screen.
Right.
After I hollered. We'll be alright.
My goodness.
Those are not called scribbles. What are they called? The sound waves?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm. But your adult beverage, she said Bud Light. But Bud Light Platinum.
Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Light Platinum, yes. I thoroughly enjoy beer. It grew onto me, but going to a school such as Georgia Southern, your experiences with different types of alcohol starts pretty early. And so I definitely dabbled in beer, and at first it was just a way for me to get lit, but as I got older I started to appreciate not only how it made me feel, but how it tasted.
I'm gonna just stop eating. I'm gonna eat after.
Yeah, because Sean will smack.
Look,
okay?
Because
Especially when he's hungry. You will hear with every chew, swallow, movement of the esophagus that Sean is thoroughly enjoying his food.
Look.
What were you eating on?
A power burrito from Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't look like the other burritos.
And why doesn't it look like the other burritos?
Because it has whole vegetables and, things you can itemize. Because I don't know what the fuck be coming out of them other burritos.
And so Sean said, you said that the food looks like boo-boo.
Like doo-doo.
Yeah.
Doo-doo brown.
Because I get the cheesy. Y'all know I'm vegetarian, or maybe you don't, whatever. But I'm vegetarian, and so when I go to Chick-fil-A, I don't frequent Chick-fil-A, my bad. When I go to Taco Bell, I get the cheesy bean and rice burritos. I don't know why I said Chick-fil-A. Probably because it's Sunday. And Chick-fil-A is closed. I do not eat Chick-fil-A.
The whole...
I do not support Chick-fil-A.
Carnivore.
None of that. I don't care if it was a historic standing. I don't like people who don't like me. And that's on period. I don't support organizations that don't support me and my beliefs. I don't eat at Jimmy John's.
You don't eat at Jimmy John's? Mm-mm. Jimmy John's good as fuck.
First off, Jimmy John's is bland. Second off,
hold on.
Nothing. I can get nothing there but the guacamole and cheese sandwich.
What the fuck do you be getting there?
I don't get anything. I used to get the gargantuan or whatever it is called.
That's a lot of meat. No pause.
Right. I used to get that.
Whole lot of meat.
But I discovered Jersey Mike's and I was completely turned off to Jimmy John's. I know you used to work there, but the founder is a animal poacher and I can't get behind that.
Well, at this point, I think everything we know everything we know today was founded on some fucked up principle. So I mean,
vegetables. Vegetables were in the Garden of Eden.
My goodness, Christianity.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Vegetables were in ancient Babylon. How about that?
Okay. There we go. That's good though. I don't like beer though. It's not for me.
Beer's good.
I feel like it makes me look like a pregnant woman. No offense to pregnant women. You look beautiful, but me as a pregnant woman, I'm not beautiful. Yeah, I'm more of like a hard liquor, wine, not beer. I like my spirits. Spirit.
But wine and beer kind of have that same fermented thing going on. To me. Or maybe it's because they all make me feel good.
Oh my God.
What is class? What is it?
I mean, I guess.
But I can definitely understand,
Well, it's different things fermenting.
Right, it's yeast as opposed to grapes.
And see, no. Who wants to drink yeast? You drinking yeast.
Okay, and you drinking grapes that are 1,000 years old.
Oh, don't come for me.
I love it all, so I just came for myself. But I mean, I'd rather drink beer than drink like a malt beverage, like a malt
That's
or
real.
like that.
I try to stay away from malt beverages too, because they have a lot of Granted, some alcohols or like spirits or whatever, like your flavored drinks, they may not be good for you. Well, none of it's good for you, quite frank. But
Wine isn't bad.
really,
Yeah, I honestly think wine and beer are the healthiest of like alcohols, just because of the fact that it's Lord, don't give me the line. Never mind. I don't know what I was about to say.
never mind.
I know wine is okay. I just don't know why. And I feel like beer is okay too.
Yeah,
Alcohol in moderation won't kill you. I mean,
yeah. I do try to stay away from the malt beverages though, because those tend to be who knows, they put in rat poison and shit probably into all of it.
have you heard of the Steel brand?
No.
The Steel brand tastes like metal.
Metal.
Metal, and it's like $1.25
Oh hell.
per
no.
like 32-ounce can, and they come in like watermelon and green apple, and when you pour it out, it's like this neon color that is not natural.
You are drinking motor.
anything.
You are drinking motor oil. You are
But
drinking.
them things there,
Tear you
they
up.
get you right.
Tear you up.
Now your chest be hurting a little bit,
That is burning your inside.
and your heart beats increase, but you be feeling nice and lit, ready to go to Blake's and Bulldogs just on your toes.
On your toes?
On your toes.
Like.
On your toes.
Oh
On your
my-
actual toes.
Oh my goodness. That's painful.
Literally, you don't feel it.
Oh God.
Because you turn off steel. You turn off $1.25 beverage. Alcoholic beverage.
Ain't
malt
nothing
beverage.
good coming from that night.
Nope.
But bad decisions and
They worse than Four Locos, if you ask me.
Four Locos.
Four Locos are terrible.
You know what's worse than Four Locos? Capriccio.
Oh.
I think that is a malt beverage. They are false marketing that.
No, it's sangria. It's like sangria flavored malt.
Has to be.
But I don't
But they
even
market-
think it tastes like sangria.
No, it doesn't.
It tastes like
It tastes like cough
grape
syrup.
Four Loco was a flavor.
It tastes like cough syrup.
Well, the white one is a little better.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
They're
They
both-
have watermelon now.
I don't want to try that. That is Capriccio is an instant headache.
I think watermelon flavored anything is horrible though. It all tastes horrible.
It doesn't taste like watermelon.
It doesn't.
Just like green apple doesn't taste like green. It tastes like the fake green apple or banana. Banana anything. I'm like, what? What did y'all? What flavor is this? What did y'all engineer? Because this is not the natural taste of whatever the hell. And I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's difficult to get banana juice. I don't know. But y'all, or if you don't want the seeds and the puree that you use, I don't know. I'm exhausted already.
Honestly. Okay. So, other than that, everything else has been going good with your week. How has your past week been?
I am tired of talking about how my week is going because they're always the same. It's the same bullshit. Being 23, they don't tell you this stuff because it's like, oh my God, when you're 21, you can drink. Oh my God, you graduate from college. Oh my goodness. They don't tell you about all the horrible things that happen to you. And this past week has just been a lot. It happened.
It happened.
That's how I feel about this past week. It
went.
happened, and now it's a new week. It's a new month.
Ooh, come on, Numa.
It happened.
It happened. It went.
It went.
It came.
It came. And it did not quite conquer. But that's okay, because we have this week.
That's good.
I started the week off strange, though.
What, last week?
Uh-huh. I forgot what happened, but I do remember going into my Monday not feeling like all the way there.
Oh, got you.
And so that could have been it. And on Tuesday, like I had good days throughout the week, but it was nothing to gloat about.
Mm-hmm.
How about yours? How was your week?
It was so long. It was so long, and I was so tired. I think on Wednesday, I actually slept the whole day because I was the only one in the office.
So you slept while at work?
Yes.
Wow.
And it wasn't like I'm just knocked out, like, it was more like I'm dozed back in my chair, eyes slightly closed. If somebody walked in, I woke up.
So you were kind of like in limbo with your sleep. Like,
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
REM sleep, but like
purgatory.
like if the air conditioning came on at a weird time, you wake up.
Yeah. Or like if the phone rang, I woke up and answered it.
Okay.
Sometimes I may have missed it, but
I think that's real.
yeah. I was just so tired because I wasn't sleeping well last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was well, one, I was helping my frat brothers and my sorority sisters prepare for a show.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I was just up, like I was just up.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not go to sleep till like 3:00, 4:00, and then get right back up at 7 to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just tired. I was ready for the week to be over.
Same.
And it wasn't a productive week. Like, I feel like I didn't get a lot of things accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
I feel that. My weekend was much better though. I went to Augusta and had
What did
some
you do in
fun
Augusta?
time. So I went to visit my friend Ricky, and
Ricky!
because my week was so lackluster, I was like, my weekend isn't going to be, because I have complete control over what my weekends look like sometimes.
Jesus.
And so, right, we're just gonna leave that there.
Jesus!
But I went to Augusta and we just pampered ourselves. Like we said, we had conversations that needed to be had, and we went and got pedicures, and he took me to this vegan place in downtown Augusta. Wow, that's unprofessional. I am so sorry.
Raggedy.
I turned my phone off. Let me make sure to
Watch my phone
sound on my
ding.
computer be off. Right, because last week, you whole ass had, a week before last, you whole ass had September by Earth, Wind, and Fire playing.
Do you remember?
Period. But, okay, anyway. And so we got our pedicures, we got our feet done, we hung out with some people. Like, it was just nice to get away from the city.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the biggest thing for me, to go somewhere that was a little bit more slow paced, where you could drive out into the main street and there wasn't traffic.
Is that me now?
That's my freaking computer.
Oh,
and
my
I tried
goodness.
to turn it off. You know what? I'm exhausted. But yeah, it was a pretty good weekend.
I'm trying to get comfortable. I cannot.
Because you are on the wall.
Oh my God. Oh.
Okay, so this week we're recording in my room, and I have a memory foam mattress that.
Oh my goodness.
That is not. I mean, if you lean too far, if you have a memory foam mattress, you know what I'm saying, because it doesn't have like the wire in the middle or in it that kind of like stabilizes the mattress. It just kind of like conforms to wherever the weight is. And so Sean is literally on the edge of my mattress,
and my fat ass is just sinking.
Sean is not fat at all.
I'm a fat ass.
He just has a lot of muscle, and he was sinking. It was like be in between my mattress and the wall. But we good now. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you comfy?
For the most part, we'll see what happens in the next 15 minutes.
My goddamn mattress is comfortable. I don't know what the hell Sean talking about. Period.
Okay, that sounds fun. I feel like I wasted my weekend.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that way?
Cause after my week, getting home, I was like, okay, I need to have like a me weekend. Just focus on me, doing me, doing things that I want to do. Ended up going skating on Friday night. Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't know that. Where'd you go? Sparkles?
Up the street.
Is it really up the street from y'all?
It's right across from the Planet Fitness.
Really?
Over there in the bike.
Why didn't I know that?
Because it's not.
Oh, because I don't skate.
No, because it's hitting in the trees. Like, it's literally, you would not know it's back there.
What? Okay. Slight, side combo.
Skating rinks do be in the most unorthodox pages. I said pages.
Places.
Places. Hell, it might as well be in a page of a notebook where they be hitting it. But I don't know. Like, it's weird because it's literally...
Like, what type of underground shit did roller rinks get into to where they had to be tucked in the back of somebody's...
ass?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Because, like, Golden Glide is, like, hidden
yes.
in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then I passed a roller rink in Augusta yesterday that was
it was over.
It was behind a shopping complex. And it was called, like, something Rollerway. And it was tucked behind, like, the main strip of stores.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got All American that's not really tucked away, but it's in a very strange place.
It's hard to get to.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard.
Because if you fuck around and pass it, if you're not paying attention.
Right. Yeah. And then Sparkles, that one is... It's like, you know what the Popeyes is? Like the Popeyes in, like, the Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
So it's a street that goes down. And basically it's like a neighborhood back there. Well, it is a neighborhood. But you keep driving straight and, like, it opens up and, like, the skating ring is to your left. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Maybe they selling drugs and we not know it.
Maybe. That's what it sounds like.
But yes,
okay,
I went
cool.
skating.
Went skating. Mm-hmm.
And then... me and my roommate, we were wanting to do something more, and we just didn't know where to. We ended up going to Harold's Chicken and Ice Grill.
Ooh.
Or bar, grill bar. I think it's bar. Chicken and Ice bar. Okay. The one in Marietta is a little ethnic.
In Marietta.
Marietta is better in Marietta.
People do not say that.
They don't.
I have never heard that. I mean, you the one that's a testament of the area. Like.
It's whatever. I went to school in Kennesaw, not Marietta.
Is that not the same thing?
Debatable.
Okay.
Debatable. But yeah, it was very lukewarm. It wasn't even lukewarm. It was actually cold. I didn't enjoy myself. The drinks are really strong though, so I fuck with them for that. They have $5 drink specials all day, every day. And I got me a Long Island and 2 shots tequila. And
those $5 each too.
Yeah. Oh. So I was pretty lit. I got a phone number. I asked somebody for their number. I didn't, and I'm such a hoe. Because
why would you call me that?
I'm a whore. Put an X on my forehead.
Jesus Christ.
But I was literally, because I was getting a little lit, and I can't talk about that on here. But I was getting a little lit, and I was getting in my feelings a little bit, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy my night. And literally, oh my God,
what? You
know who I saw?
No. I don't know if I want to know.
Oh, God. No, I'll debrief you later.
Oh, Jesus Christ, God. I don't want to know.
I saw the friend of a previous acquaintance. But that's neither here nor there. That wasn't important. So it's not important, I promise you. But basically, I'm lit at this point, and I'm people watching, and there's this waiter in some gray sweatpants, and I'm just like,
So you saw things.
I saw things. Penis, to be exactly.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did. And I'm just like, damn, like, I wonder if he even goes that way or not. And literally, I was, me being lit, I started dancing a little bit. And take note that it's probably all of 15 people in this place, and most of them are at the bar, and literally all of the seats are like empty, like the actual tables, they're empty. So we're literally the only ones sitting. I started dancing a little bit, and old dude in the sweatpants, he started jiggling with me. I was like, okay.
The waiter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's what they be doing at the ice bar,
Bruh. I don't know what the hell they be doing, cause it was so slow. Like everything took at least 30 minutes.
because they was dancing with the customers.
Or ignoring the customers because they it was not a pleasurable experience. Besides the drinks. And the food was pretty good too.
You got a number 2.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm inquiring and I'm like, damn, he's cute. I wonder. And I was like, he was dancing with me. That gives me vibes,
Yeah.
My
I'm curious. He's curious.
my gay senses are tingling. So like I'm just like, damn, like should I take my shot? And I was out with Bree because I actually I was like, Bree, what you doing? And Bree is always with the shits to go out and stuff. So called her, she came out, she brought her sister, and she was like, go ahead and shoot your shot. And literally, I think this is what our topic is going to be today too. Dating, and as a person who identifies in the LGBTQIA and however many letters you want to add on to that bitch. But
we're all inclusive,
right?
But fuck that pedophilia shit because we don't deal with it.
Right.
The P is for pansexual, bitch.
Jesus.
Just saying.
But it was. I was trying to figure out whether he went that way or not, and Bree was just like, "Well, you never know if you don't ask or whatever." And I was just like, "Okay, cool." So me being me, I'm lit at this point. I started asking like our waitress. Oh my goodness!
See, and I knew it. I called it, bitch.
My goodness!
I called it.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
Sean's computer.
Shut the fuck up.
Sha.
But I started asking our waitress. I was like, like your coworker in the gray sweatpants. She didn't even know who the fuck I was talking about at first. So that was something.
Coworker in a gray sweatpants. If it was as ethnic as you said it was probably about 3 of them.
Oh Jesus. But I was like, no, like the guy with like the little twist or whatever. I was like, does he like men's? And she was like, I actually don't know. And ooh, that Taco Bell.
It hit different, don't it?
Oh my God, my throat. I just feel like I'm just burping all up in the mic.
Ew.
But she was like, I don't know. And I was like, man, it's whatever. And then I was like, okay, so we're just going to do this. I have a 50-50 chance of him being gay or not being gay. So I was like, you know what? Take my shot. He walks by. I was like, excuse me. I was like, can you come here? He was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I'm not sure if you are. But if you're not, it's cool. We're going to keep it pushing if not. But do you like boys? I was like, do you like men's? He was like,
I just spit up on myself. Oh my God. That is brilliant. Okay.
Do you like boys?
Okay.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I think you're really cute. And I started being nerdy, Sean, and just being myself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so can I get your number? He was like, yeah. And he gave it to me. And that's pretty much all for that story.
I live.
And then, after we left, I was like, he's probably not going to text me back, but it's okay.
So you texted him?
I did.
And he didn't text back? Well, that was the cherry on top, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, that was that. And we sort of took the L for that night. I mean, in a lot of ways, more than one.
Damn.
Then the next day, I spent the whole day in the house for the most part. Did I? No, I was out of the house. I was out doing adult things and adulting, getting my oil changed, all that good shit. Yeah, getting my groceries, spending money I don't have. I wanted to get a mani pedi.
You should have.
My funds, my bank account literally like, you can't.
It said, fun stuff.
No, I need gas.
You want to look cute,
right?
Your gas tank is cute.
These bills that you have due, no,
aren't cute.
No. So I literally, I invested in a lot of self-care things. I got me a new scrub. Got some new lotion and body wash.
New scrub for what? Like a body scrub or face scrub?
Face scrub. Oh. I got an apricot. Tomato, potato. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
no,
potato.
Not potato.
Don't say that shit around.
Oh, okay, whatever. But yes, I got me a new scrub. I used it last night. It works pretty good. I like it. Mm-hmm. I like it. So I'm gonna see how I'll be looking in like a week and a half. So I just did a couple of things at home, and I just wish I had more time. Like I'm literally so depressed right now that I have work tomorrow because the weekend just flew by.
If that ain't a statement,
it just flew by, and I wish I had more time. But it's whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna get in, grind hard for the first couple of hours, and then not do shit for the rest of the day.
Here.
So I can prepare for these rehearsals. Because I also start teaching tomorrow.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much my weekend and my week. Stuff. But going back to this dating. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know, like my whole situation with I can never fucking talk.
You can talk.
But
you're talking right now.
Right. Right. I am somebody. I love myself. Therefore, I respect others.
Come on, Lalon.
But no, basically the situation with me getting the number and all that other stuff. I wanted us to sort of talk about, dating. Like, what is ideal dating for, a gay individual, a bi individual, or I don't know what's your standards, what's your outlook on dating, and acquiring numbers and getting to know people, going out on dates, fucking, sexting, if you're into those things. I don't know, what's your outlook? Because I don't know. I really struggle with it because I just never know what to fucking do.
Yeah.
Because one, I don't even fucking know if they like dick or not. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I think for me, and this is very interesting that you ask. I think I am extremely romantic, and I think people like me come a dime a dozen, which is my problem. I work in the arts. I work at a place that funds, supports, and produces the arts every day. And so I want to share this with my partner. And like, if I work somewhere that ultimately comes with some type of like leisure activity attached, I want to share those type of things with my partner. And so I haven't dated anybody for real since the last nigga like was complete trash.
The married one, or the one
who's I guess the engaged one.
Okay.
But and even him, like I took him to a play at my place of employment, and that's something that I want to share with people. I want to share culture. I want to share ideas and thoughts with individuals. And I feel like when in 2019, when you explore those type of things on a date, people kind of like lock up. And so I realized that until I can hold those conversations with you, I'm not interested in going out on a date with you. So my stages are like this. We go from, depending on the nature of which we meet. So if we meet online, we go from
Online as in
online
like
chatting, like on Tinder
okay.
Hinge or Grindr or whatever the case
Hinge.
is. We Hinge. It's just as trash
What
as the
kind
other
of
ones. It's cute. I'll show it to you.
not hinge?
Yeah, Hinge.
Like a door hinge?
Yes.
That's too close to the closet for
But bury me. I'm weak. I am dead. That's funny.
I don't need a hinge.
Well, the
I need
app
there
is
not to be a
designed-
door. And I need it not to be shut. I need that bitch to be wide the fuck
Wide
open.
the fuck
Well, we can both walk
open.
in and out.
Corridors, what it should be called.
I'm saying, matter of fact,
Threshold.
I need a warehouse. The whole shit just open.
Park.
I see you, you see me, everybody can see us.
But no, the app is designed for you to get off of it. No, I've been on it for about 2 months. So
Oh, Jesus.
I guess it doesn't work for gay people.
Probably not. A lot of things don't.
Heavy. But
Political system? No.
it's like, okay, so when I go from the dating apps, when I go from Instagram, when I go from Twitter, it's chatting via the online chat on that app.
Okay.
And then maybe if I think you're worthy, I will give you your number. I mean, my number. I will give you your number. You have your number. I will give you my number, or vice versa. And then we'll text. Right?
Okay.
From texting, we may FaceTime. Now, if your messages come up green, I may not text you back. But
Don't come for the Android
am
users.
sorry, but it is an infringement on communication if you do not have FaceTime.
Jesus!
Communication just does not work the same, and it should not be a determining factor. Because my mother has an Android, God bless her. So,
But you don't text her.
no, I text my mommy. I
Okay.
text my mommy.
Cause I surely don't text my LB. Cause
I know exactly what you're talking about because this
Yeah.
shit turned up green as fuck. And that's just, and Apple knew what they were doing because they made the green so unflattering.
Right.
Like aesthetically, it does not work with iPhones.
Throw up.
And so, period. So that's that. And then if I can like enjoy the conversation, we FaceTime and all that stuff, and if things seem like they're flowing well, then I will take the time out of my busy schedule to meet up with you personally.
Not take the time.
I will pencil you in. I sure enough will.
LOL.
And so I think that's why I was so disturbed by my situation with the man who left me for his now fiance, because we had went through all these different steps. We had met on Tinder, we had exchanged numbers, we had FaceTime, we had enjoyed each other's company 4 times face to face. I had taken places, like we were really building towards something, and it was all stunted. And so my outlook on dating has changed because I feel like people don't take those different steps into consideration. But what's also very interesting about dating is that it's just that. There are no commitments. There's an understanding of where y'all stand.
Right.
But there's no tie. There's no title. And so it's important that when you're dating that you have people that you're dating. You're not just dating one person. Because you get sucked into that vortex. And that's what I was reminded of, unfortunately, when this situation happened. That, yeah, I was dating him and we were talking about potentially being in a relationship. But we understood that in order for that relationship to be successful, we need to date some more, understand each other, and figure out if anything beyond that would be okay. And it turned out that just wasn't the case. I slapped the shit out of my microphone. It turned out that wasn't the case. And so I think it's really important, especially for romantics like myself, to remember that, because I really want to be in a relationship, and I think that probably comes off as like very like insecure, and I don't really even say it comes off as insecure because I don't think it's anything wrong with being in a relationship, but it just comes off as kind of like, I think wanting to be in a relationship or saying that you want to be in a relationship isn't socially acceptable. I think everybody's like, well, you just gotta let it happen. Da, 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 da. But like legit, I put on my dating profiles that I want to be in a relationship, and I feel like that is something that prevents people from hitting me up because I know I'm cute and I know I have the credentials. I answer all the questions on Bumble correctly.
LOL.
And so, not that you can not answer them correctly, but at the same time you can.
You can.
And so it's like, I know that's not pushing people away, but it may be this little piece about the fact that I want to be in a relationship, or maybe it's the fact that I do have all these different things, like that I do aspire to so much. And then there are people who I tend to talk to who either don't aspire to that much, or they reach out to me thinking that they're going to get something that they're not going to get because I'm not the type of girl, and that'd be that on that.
I'm not that type of bitch.
No, period. And so it's very interesting, and I feel especially because I'm black and gay, and all these different identities that intersect with one another, it makes it very difficult for me to facilitate through that. However, I am hopeful that there is somebody out there, because I have had successful dating interactions. I've talked to very quality people. It's just things beyond this current conversation are factors that got in the way of us being anything more than just people who dated each other.
Right. So do you feel like through all of that, because what I grasped from it, from what you said, so a lot of the things, regardless of whether it's a dating app, social media, those are still some of the same things that you do if you were to meet somebody like in person, through a general.
That's a great point, and I think the reason why I made that reference is because that's what it's been recently.
Right.
But like last year, I remember going to my good friend Courtney's house and seeing this guy there who was her girlfriend's best friend, right? And he knows exactly who I'm talking about. I'm shameless in it being said. Ooh. So if you're listening to this right now, just know this is tea. But I remember seeing him and like it being an instant connection. Like, I thought he was cute. I really liked the way that he carried himself. And so in that situation, I wasn't really for it with it at that time because I knew he was gay. But I wasn't really for it with it because I didn't want to be strange. I didn't want to be that person.
Be like, oh, gay person.
Not necessarily gay person, but like, I think you're cute. I didn't want to feel like I was being in this, like, I didn't want the space to be that. I just wanted to have fun. I didn't want to make it like.
To be in a space.
Yeah.
I got you. And
so, after the fact, I hit up Courtney and I was like, girl, your friend cute. Like, can you give me his number? And that's actually been the case a couple of times. The year or two before that, it was another guy that I met when I was out and about, and he thought I was cute, but it was like it wasn't really those type of things that happened like at the time. It was like he reached out to the mutual friend of ours, and a mutual friend reached out to me.
Right.
And so the next time I saw both of these individuals, it was chemistry, right? The chemistry had always been there, but it was that connection, like it was that understanding that was established.
Right.
And so with that, both of those relationships were extremely promising. But deeper things, once again, that are beyond the conversation that we're currently having, got in the way of us progressing past us just dating. And you know what? It may be appropriate for me to just touch on some of that stuff because it's the reason why dating has not been successful for me lately. It's because I date people and well, I'm not going to say this is why it's been unsuccessful, but I've dated people with the intent to go beyond that. And then I don't know if it's their personal insecurities, it's where they are in their life, or it's just certain things that have happened that have not allowed for me to progress beyond that. Like with the guy that I met at Courtney's place, he and I had an indifference about something, and I thought it was completely silly that he was feeling this way. But ultimately, it led to me not wanting to talk to him because I was over it.
Right.
And so I didn't talk to him for a month, and I feel like that was very damaging for the fact that I wanted this relationship with him, but I think at the time I was just so over people making something out of nothing that I just completely deterred myself from it. And so maybe, I believe that was me getting overly emotional about it instead of just thinking about the fact that it's just another person that I'm talking to. So it's been very interesting on that front, and maybe it's a matter of me not being straightforward and me being too straightforward and not finding that balance when it comes to dating. But it's very difficult dating as a queer man because most queer people don't grow up seeing people date.
Yeah.
You know,
People of similar identities.
Of similar identities.
Anemone. Similar identities though.
Right, but at the same time, I also didn't grow up seeing
healthy relationships.
Yeah, and so I'm not saying that's the reason why shit is going to shits, but I feel like that's a lot of people's experience. They don't recognize when something is healthy, and I think I know myself enough to know that the things that I do to know my rights from my wrongs. And I think I know people enough to know when people are either doing me right or wrong. And so just because I've had this broken experience with successful relationships doesn't mean that I don't know what that looks like. And I don't know what it takes to achieve that. But there are a lot of people that I've encountered, and I don't know why this is the case. Maybe because when my husband comes along, he's going to be fucking brilliant. I'll be like, thank God everything I dodged before this led to you.
Right.
But they just haven't been successful relationships or successful. Like there hasn't been something that I can say, okay, this was great. And I blame it on so many different things, but ultimately I'm hoping that my life turns out to be this story that I can tell one day and be like, yep, this is what I went through, but this is what happened as a result of me going through these things. So yeah, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about your dating life and how that's transpired for you?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this is
heaven.
You brought the topic up.
I did.
I don't know what you was thinking, Negro.
I'm not ready.
I know. Go ahead. Just express what you're comfortable expressing.
Okay.
Today.
Well, yeah. You hit on a lot of good things. I think the biggest thing that hits different for me is one, it's difficult dating as someone who identifies as something different than the social norms. So if you're not heterosexual, it's just hard. Like, oh my goodness. He is over here smacking y'all, and he tried to play y'all by muting his mic like I wasn't going to see it.
First off.
Oh my goodness.
Did it not work? I'm going to continue eating
the shit. Just eat the shit. I don't give a fuck.
Zeke, I'm not eating it on the mic. I'm not doing that for you. I'm doing it for our listeners.
Ooh,
thank you.
Damn. He care about y'all more than me.
Okay.
It be your own niggas.
Stop it.
But yeah, it's extremely hard. And for me, how I view my relationships and how I want my relationships and dating and all of it, I want it to be exactly like heteronormative relationships. Like, not in the sense of like...
That's real.
Not in the sense of, all right, we're gonna fuck, like I have a pussy, and
okay.
like that's irrelevant.
Yeah, not in a biological sense,
right? But in a sense of like, all right, if I'm out and about and I think you're cute, like I should be able to approach you, and just a lot of the things that we see, in all your classical romantic movies, and how things have came to be. Like, I want those types of interactions, and unfortunately it's just not like that. Like, going back to my whole situation with, not situation, I'm acting like it's a whole problem, but well, it is a problem in how it, like the precedence that is set in. Like, why should I have to inquire about, oh, are you gay? Are you da 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 da? Like, that's a whole privilege. I think heterosexuals, men and women, don't realize that they have. Like, they don't sit and be like, hey, are you attracted to the opposite sex? They don't do that. They just go about inquiring about, are you interested? And
I think that's interesting though, because I feel like they could very well.
Or do you feel like there's other instances where,
because like if they were hitting on somebody that did that does is not attracted to them, right, so if they were hitting on a lesbian or a gay man, whatever the case is, like it'll be that same kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But I get where you're coming from, because it's almost like, regardless of how you, like your sexual preference, it's almost expected for men to hit on women.
right?
So I get exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, there's social norms that cater to. Oh my God, that Taco Bell.
I muted myself. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I think I'm good now.
You're still muted though.
Oops. Did I do it right?
Yeah, you're good.
It's not blinking anymore?
Nope.
Okay. This bread is like communion bread. It's so hard. Right, so I'm done chewing on it.
Okay. But there are just certain social norms that make things easier for certain people, and I feel like it just caters to people of heterosexual identities. Like,
yeah,
even when it comes to going out in the club and getting twerk and like all that other stuff, like there's a natural assumption that everybody's straight in the room,
right?
Like subconsciously, like of course people
fall into these categories,
right? Like of course some people, like that like everybody in the room isn't straight, but
no. That's not what the statistics say.
Subconsciously, it's just like, all right, I'm in here. If a guy walks in the room, all right, I'm about to get twerked from a girl, or girls walk in the room, oh, I'm gonna throw some ass tonight. Those are just certain social norms that are very real.
Yeah, and it ain't my norm though.
Right.
Because I'm looking at that bitch saying I'm about to throw some ass. Whether it be on a wall or on a penis or on a vagina. Because sometimes
it's right there.
If Kiana's with me, I'm like, girl, let's get it. Hey, we on each other's lap, okay?
Right. But I just want some of those norms. Like, I want it to be normal for me to walk up to a guy and be like, hey, you're cute. Not, hey, are you gay? And then, hey, are you cute? I'm interested. Like, why do I have to take that extra step? And I know why I have to take that extra step, because we know all of the pressures and things associated with being out publicly.
Yeah.
But I want those things when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I do find myself alone a lot of the time, because a lot of people just aren't open enough to go about those things a certain way. And then sometimes you just don't know.
And that's very interesting that you say that, because I think we said, like, in the first episode, how you tend to be in more heteronormative settings.
Right.
And so, like, if you were to go to a gay club, right, it'll definitely be normal for you to be like, hey, you're cute. Can I get your number? Right. But even in those settings, I feel like gay people, and this is just a problem with marginalized communities across the board, people tend to get exposure to people being direct or get exposure to people being genuine and second guess it.
Oh, yeah, that's me. 100%.
Because gays, you'll come up to a gay, right, who may be dealing with some insecurities of some sort.
Of course.
And of course, this isn't to cover everybody, but just to give an example.
Right.
And you come up to them and you're like, you're cute, or whatever the case is. Their first instinct may be to shut you down, or to be like, thank you, or like to not text you back, or whatever the case is, because of their previous experiences with people who have either been very open or whatever the case is. And it's because it does, even though you're in this gay space, it doesn't align with the overall, social norm.
Right, the overall.
And I think that puts up a red flag for people who are not receptive to it yet. And It's just that a lot of people who are very straightforward in the LGBTQIA community, not necessarily saying that they're all sexually fueled, but it's just, you just have to kind of try in a certain way just because of these stigmas that exist, unfortunately.
Right.
And it may not always be justified, but it's just the way certain people go about making sense of certain situations.
Because really the other thing, what are you about to say?
It's just really unfortunate.
Oh, because the other thing too, like, my biggest fear, and with me existing in heteronormative environments, it's almost scary because if you were to ever be like, hey, I think you're cute to a straight male, especially a black straight male, more than likely they're gonna be like, oh, I ain't on that gay shit or on that fag shit or some shit along that lines. And like, you know, if it was the opposite way around, you know, if a female was hitting on a guy or vice versa on a person who was gay or lesbian, they would be like, oh no, I'm gay. Like, the reaction would be totally different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just wish there was. I mean, this is hitting on something else. I'll get back to what my views of dating should be or what I want them to be. But I just feel like there should be an environment where, yeah, you can ask. Like, everybody should be able to ask. That should be, I guess, the first precedence to make things equal, because you can't determine whether somebody. What happened?
I'm looking at this picture of Kiana.
LOL.
She just responded. Look at it. She responded to say what she was doing at the time. And it makes so much sense as to why her face looks like that.
Was she asleep?
She was asleep and they woke her up. That's why her face looks the way it did.
LOL.
I'm so sorry, Sean. I did not mean to. I was paying attention. It's just,
No, you're fine.
I was checking certain things and that popped up. And of course, you know how the mind works.
Right.
Go ahead.
But I just want it to be an environment where, regardless of whatever place you go, like, you can approach who you want to approach, and there just be a simple conversation of like, oh, I'm not that way, thank you. It's almost like getting rejected. Like, oh, I'm not interested.
Let's normalize getting rejected, because
Right.
that is a person's right to not want to be interested in you.
Right. And it's regardless of whatever the intentions are, it's just a general, you're not interested. It's not because you looked a certain way. It's not because, like, whatever. It's
and your sexual preference.
Right.
Is because you're not interested.
Right.
Yep.
Like, you're not interested
Wow, that's deep.
whether it's, you know, I'm not interested because I don't relate with that identity. It's not interested because I may not find you attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not interested because I've been butt fucked by so many people, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I just want that to be very
That's
normalized,
so
like how you said. And it's just this area where, at least for me, and we can probably get some perspective on it from guests in the future, but I don't know how to move. But I want these. Ooh, bringing it full circle, Sean. Come on. Full circle, like a booty hole. That was so inappropriate. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry though. But
He said like a booty hole.
But I want those things to exist when I'm dating, and those are the things I want. Like, I want to be able to, I guess I have like you said, you're romantic. I think I'm very traditional.
Come on,
as
traditional.
well. Yeah, like, I think I have a very traditional approach to dating. Like, I want what the social norms have, but in a sense of me liking penis. And me,
But you know that shit don't work.
That's true. Cause granted, things are going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
just dealing with testosterone on top of testosterone. Like, there's so many things that may be different. But
Yep.
and honestly, that may be my problem. Like, I'm trying to fit into this idea of what dating should look like, and I'm trying to force my identity into it.
Yep.
opposed to just letting whatever happen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm telling you, that shit don't work for straight people either.
It doesn't.
Not in 2019.
It's a lot of... Yeah, that's real as fuck.
What is courtship? What is... Hi, I'm here to pick up Marianne.
Right.
And can I get your approval to take her out on a date? Like, that shit don't happen. You pull up. Don't even honk your horn. You text whoever you're...
I'm outside.
I'm outside. They come outside. And y'all go somewhere. You may or may not pay for the food. You may or may not open the door. You may or may not.
Sometimes it's just mutual. We linking up at a place.
Right. Period. Like, I'm not picking you up. Period. Like, you driving.
What have you done for me? Like,
what have you done?
No, that's real as fuck. So we probably do just need to reevaluate what dating and getting to know somebody looks like in 2019. Because I feel like, and juicy. Get up.
This is Love 106.5.
Ah! My goodness.
This juice. That was terrible.
You're a fool.
But y'all got what I was getting from.
Yeah. But, because I even get upset with, like, some of the things that females demand of males when it comes to dating and all this other stuff. Like, I feel like every relationship should be those two people figuring out what dating looks like for them based on their personalities, based on what they want for the future and all those other things, regardless if you're gay, straight, lesbian, trans, all that other shit.
Yeah.
Like, it should be built on the principles of what you establish and not what is by society. Because, you know, with me still being attracted to females, personally, I don't feel the need to, you know, open the door for a female. I don't feel the need to pay for food and all this other stuff. And of course I will. I would do it based off of the idea that I'm a nice person and that I want to do it, but not simply because you're a female. So if I were to ever date a female, like, we would have to talk about those things, because I don't feel like those things are indications of the type of person that I am. Granted, it is, but it's for different reasons, and it's a lot. It's very interesting. It's very intricate, but it's just certain expectations that I don't think needs to be there, you know, when it comes to dating.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely taking a class. Was it my last semester of college? I think it was.
I feel like
Or second to last.
I feel like all of the females are rolling their eyes. They're gonna be like, "You don't want to pay for my food."
But, like, okay, so this is the thing. I took this class. It was called, what was it called? Intro to Family Science.
Okay.
And it dove into those gender roles. It dove into the dating script.
Right.
And the dating script, the scenario that I kind of talked through not too long ago about the man driving to the woman's house and asking the parents for their approval to date the girl or whatever the case is outdated as shit.
Right.
That shit was literally something that was thought of in the 40s.
Because they definitely don't do that now.
And they abandoned it years later. And for some reason, we have this fear, and I feel like we can blame the media, because the media has definitely played into the way that we think about dating, the way that we think about romance. Period. Because I don't think our parents really understood what that was, and especially Black people, like, a lot of what we did up until a few generations ago was for a matter of survival, a matter of what we had to do, and so it wasn't a matter. We didn't have a choice in the matter. And then even when things started to get a little better, it was very Eurocentric, very white,
which we got away from.
Right. But no, like, I'm saying, like, we would conduct ourselves the same way that the white people did.
Right.
It wasn't a matter of you marrying somebody that you loved. It was a matter of you marrying somebody that could better you.
Right.
Or better your status, right? And so we embodied that
for a very long time.
Up until literally until the development of Gen X, who are our parents. I feel like they were the ones that were like, I'm over this shit.
Marry who I'm gonna marry.
I want to marry who I want to marry because I'm in love with this person, and that's that on that.
Right.
But I think and that's probably why it's been so difficult for the world to just accept, well, not necessarily the world, but for society to accept the concept of being gay, because literally love is love, and that concept is so strange to people because they don't know, they don't really get love, they don't define love the same way, right, and so it's just very interesting seeing how that dating script and seeing how that class went about basically saying how all that shit was bullshit and that women are very independent. Women are powerful beings because they can produce life.
Right.
And love, existing, and understanding is on a person by person basis. Like, I can't sit here and tell you how you identify. I can't sit here and tell you why you do the things that you do and how you do them and why you should do them. Because ultimately, if it works for you, if you're happy in what you're doing, then it doesn't give a rat's ass about how I feel. Like, you shouldn't give a rat's ass about how I feel. It doesn't matter. And so, when it comes to those spaces, when it comes to going to the club, when it comes to going to gay places, literally you have to approach everything person by person. You have to stay true to yourself. And what happens. And it's the same thing with these damn dating apps. Like, you get onto the dating app, and if you're a lazy ass person, your response on Bumble to some of these questions is going to be one word response, and that says a lot about who you are. Bitch, if you can't give Bumble a paragraph or like a decent response, I know you can't respond back to my text message with anything of substance. And so it's literally a reflection of who you are. I think people need to take those things into consideration and stop people now looking at people's booties and looking at people's face and whether or not they have these Eurocentric features on this black ass body, and just pay attention to like that one-on-one connection, because I think that's something that as a society we haven't learned to do. Like, back in the day, it was the man had to do all the work, and the woman stayed at home and she took care of she mothered and took care of the kids and da 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 da. We all know how tired that goddamn scenario is. Right. Even at the time, the women didn't want to do that. The men didn't want to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Men wanted to be with other men, or men wanted to be in spaces where they felt comfortable. Right. You got shows like Pose who literally show that there were white men who were doing all these things for their family and still going to the pier to pick up a trans prostitute to completely explore their sexuality. Right. When people should just be given that liberty from the jump. Right. And you've had instances where people are like completely overwhelmed by their hyper masculinity because it's unrealistic. It's not. I don't think it's human for a man to have to, you know, coddle himself as opposed to lean on his partner. You know,
just have this expectation, and I think that's where I don't like following a lot of those gender roles when it comes to dating women, because one, ironically, like, I was brought up by only women, but all of those women were strong. Like, my idea of what a woman is strong,
very independent.
Yeah, so like a lot of those gender roles that people apply to, I was like, little do you know, like, that literally showed a lot of that stuff was coined from the fact that they thought women were unintelligent and stupid and weren't capable. Like, the fact that, you know, they weren't strong enough to open the door. People really don't know where that shit comes from. And off my how I was raised, I'm like, I'm not gonna coddle you as a woman. One, because that may be offensive to you as a strong individual woman. Like, I'm not going to do that. And then two, I feel like a lot of the shit that is expected, especially black men, is too much sometimes. Like, the fact that I always have to be strong. And granted, it's changing because as we focus more on mental health and all this other shit in 2019, like, a lot of things are changing in expectations. But there still is a general consensus of, like, all right, the man has to be the person who upholds the household. He has to be the person to take care of everybody. He has to be this. He has to be that. And, like, a lot of those things are expected from the very beginning of the relationship, even when you're just getting to know a person. And honestly, I feel like it's breaking a lot of black men and probably creates a lot of fuck niggas in the process, because they're like, I'm not going to do that shit. Like, I'm going to do me. And granted, the shit they be doing ain't right. But I can understand, like, you want me to be this, and I feel nothing connected to that as the person I am. So I'm gonna just do what the fuck I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
It does create a very interesting space, and I just think it's important for us to realize how we need to progress from that. Like, we need to grow past that and figure out. It literally needs to be on an individual basis. Like, you need to deal with all these things as they come. Stop trying to fit within this mold, because you trying to fit within this mold and knowing it's not for you is going to ultimately be like, okay, I'm a male. I'm meant to procreate, right? I'm meant to be here
I'm meant to fuck
donate
women.
fuck on women and treat them like trash because that's what I grew up seeing. And that's not necessarily the case. You can very well be a productive member of society that's in your children's lives, whether or not you and your baby mama are married or not. It shouldn't matter, because you should treat her like a decent human being.
Right, in general.
And so it's like, you don't have to fall into the trap. And then for women, yes, you are the barrier of human existence.
Right.
But let me tell you something. If you do not want to have a child, whether that be you become impregnated and you want to abort, or you don't want to have sex, or whatever the case is, do not feel like you have to, because
that's
there
my
are enough
duty.
Right. There are enough children out here who do not have parents that give
two fucks
about their existence. And so if you feel if you don't want to put your body through that, I think that is your human right to not do that, and to adopt or to not adopt, or whatever the case is. Like, you have control over your life, and it's just so important that you realize that through dating, through your day-to-day, through like just making these decisions for yourself, it's just so important for you to take that step back and to reclaim your time.
Yeah.
And that's through and through. Like, with being gay, there's not a certain way you can to be gay, so just be gay.
Right.
There's not a certain way to be straight.
How you're gonna exist.
Exist how you want to exist. Period. And that's that on that. But it would be very interesting to bring other people on the show to see how they feel about it.
Yeah.
And like, if we had representation from people who are straight and trans individuals, man and woman, lesbians, to see how they kind of, because I know lesbians, I'm sure they think of dating like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be with this girl forever, because lesbians never break up. I don't know
what are they doing that I'm not.
Literally, it's probably the double dosage of estrogen. I don't know what it is.
Double understanding.
Child, I don't know what it is, because
Jesus,
lesbian relationships that go on forever can either be very like uplifting and inspiring, or very toxic.
Right.
And so that's a conversation we can dive into. But
yeah,
that's where I stand with this, Sean.
Yeah. I just want, even if not only just taking gender roles away from things, but if we took sexuality away from it and like sort of just dealt with things as they come, like, I mean, I know we have these preconceived notations like, oh, I know I'm attracted to females, like physically, so why even consider that I may be attracted to a male emotionally? I feel like that's how things are set up right now. But if we just relieved of like all of that stuff and sort of dealt with things as they come. So you're talking to a person, you befriend a person, it's like, oh, I like you. And, you know, start having those conversations, just being more open about things, and like, oh, like, I may like you too, but I don't think I'm attracted to you physically. Like, being able to facilitate conversations like that. And that's why the episode of Black Mirror pissed me the fuck off, because I'm like, literally, if y'all just
the VR one,
yes,
yeah, that was a mess.
Fucking in video games, but you can't fucking talk in person and actually. Oh my god. But if we just
fighting each other,
right, like,
or wanting to,
if we just, I feel like that's a reality that people are not prepared for. Like that level of thinking, I feel like it's very possible, but just due to everything, like that's not able to happen. Because I feel like, I feel like there's beauty in everything, even like polygamy. Like there's levels of understanding to everything and why they make sense.
Yep.
So why only limit yourself to this only reality? Like there's other realities, but that's deep as fuck. I don't think people are ready for that type of thinking yet.
I mean, that's true. I am all for it. But don't be out here fucking animals, and if you grown as fuck, don't be out here fucking no children.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a hard no.
Because I agree with mutual love.
Right.
When love comes from two parties that are grown as fuck enough to understand what love
is happening.
And that's funny because that questions a lot of heteronormative relationships. Because do you know what love is, baby? Or you just out here having kids? I'm just a little confused because you fucking up some kids' lives just because you want to get your nut in. I'm just not understanding. But you're right. That is conversation that our audience probably just like, woo,
you done lost me. You done lost me. They was like, it makes sense, but damn.
Yeah. Please just reel it back in. Make us laugh. Please, make us laugh. Make us laugh.
Right.
But yeah, dating in the 21st century is very interesting.
It's garbage, actually.
It's doable, though. And
it's garbage.
Right now, I am looking at my vision board.
It's like the Taco Bell burrito.
Yeah, you about to slam your shit once we get off these microphones, so shut up. But I'm looking at my vision board. It has love on it. And it has this couple to the left of it, love in the middle, and this representation of myself.
That's cute.
And I aspire to find that because I exude nothing but love. Sean exudes nothing but love. And we've had to facilitate ourselves in certain ways so that our purity for what love is and wanting to have that doesn't go disturbed by the fact that people just don't know what the hell it is.
Right.
And so I literally have a visible representation of where I'm trying to be as far as love is concerned.
Maybe I need to do that because I don't know what the fuck, why the fuck, how the fuck I be getting in contact with some of these people that I be messing around with, but Jesus.
Yeah, maybe it was a blessing that OG did not text you back.
I don't know.
It's probably a couple people who went to Harold Chicken Ice Bar and saw his penis through his gray sweatpants and asked him for his number.
It was so nice.
From what you saw, it could have been
something else.
Right. Not necessarily something else, but it just could have
been an ugly penis.
Or like it could have had things on it like discharge or something. Bumps. I don't know.
Syphilis.
Yeah. Acne.
Gonorrhea.
Anything. He could have been growing toenails on that bitch.
Nauseous.
That's disgusting to think about.
Yeah, it is.
See, now, there it is.
Oh
Boom.
My God. But yeah, I find myself, and I don't even think I have like a sense of what dating should be. Like, I think I know what I want it to be, but, I've just dealt with like a lot of in the closet, DL, halfway out the closet, under the rug, in sleeves in your shirt,
cut it,
hood on, fucking in your bag, fucking blinds closed.
Now hood, I can't stand a hood on ass nigga.
Yeah.
Or a baseball cap. I can't stand when
Trade,
you just
all that.
You got on this whole clan robe when you come to my house. Take that shit off.
Please.
What is going on with you? Why are you incognito?
Why are you hiding?
I am not porn. You do not have to be afraid to show me in public. And even then, you don't have, if you want, you know what?
Whatever.
I am suitable for work, damn it. That's where I'm trying to come from. I'm suitable for public. That DL shit is so raggedy to me.
Yeah. It really hurts my feelings, though. Because it's like, love me out loud. Like, why do you... Like, I know people are, like, trying to kill us and hate us and all this other stuff, but literally,
bitch, you are black, okay?
Right.
People are trying to kill you
regardless.
Anyway.
Regardless.
Go ahead and be secure in yourself. So when you die, you at least die with your dignity in your back.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I find myself in some really fucked up situations.
Well, we all gonna die, but
oh my god.
That right? My bad.
It's been a long,
right.
A long time coming,
but I know a change gon' go.
I don't know if it will though.
Oh yes it is. First off, let's talk about the extent of that song. Sam Cooke said, "I was born by a river
in a little tent."
In a little tent. Imagine the circumstances. Bitch, your mama had no type of meds.
I've been running ever since.
Ain't no running water other than the running river.
Right.
And then you got your ass up and was running as a newborn.
Jesus.
Like, did you end up back at the river? Like, what?
It's been too hard living.
So I don't think he did.
But I'm afraid to die. Because I don't know.
Come on.
What's up there in the sky?
Shit me. Don't nobody know.
Right.
Sam Cooke said, look, this song is going to resonate.
It is.
Forever.
And
that it has. Because to this day, I will cry. I don't know what Sam went through. He probably was born around a river in a tent. Oh.
No, I mean, when people say shit like that, I don't think they be fucking around.
I don't think so either.
Like, most of the shit that people be like giggling and laughing about, I be dead ass. Like, what's the instance? Like, I was at a restaurant one time, and you know, like when waiters be getting rude and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, I'll beat your ass. And people's like, Sean, you so funny. And I'm like, no, I will beat her ass. Don't cop no fucking attitude in me. I will drag you, bitch.
Yeah.
It is not, that's, I was about to start ranting.
That's not period.
But yeah, he meant that shit. He was not fucking around these people.
Sure was, but we gonna hope in the context of this whole conversation that change gonna come when it comes to dating in 2000. Right. In the 21st century. I'm not gonna say 2019 because it's almost over. But in the 21st century, that's crazy to think about.
Jesus.
That is it's August, y'all, right? But it was just April and it was just January. So 2020 is basically here. I'm ready to get this Neanderthal out of office. I need one of the 11,000 people running for the Democrat vote to get their shit together so that we can all back one person and get this asshole out of office. And not the circular one that you were talking about earlier. Literally, Cheeto puffed.
He is a booty hole.
Cantalouped ass looking boy that's in this goddamn White House. He needs to get, you know what?
A whole booty
hole. His booty hole is the shape of an oval. He needs to go to the booty hole office. Fuck the Oval Office. He needs to go to the booty hole office. Go back to the booty hole office at Trump Towers and kiss everybody's ass.
Right.
I'm tired of you. Man, I'm tired of you. You the president, but you don't act like it. Get out my face. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one thing that I am not okay about. The name of this podcast is Black, Gay, and Okay. Yeah, but I am not okay with the current administration. And that's me talking as a goddamn American citizen. Bitch, you can check my paperwork. I'm African American as fuck. But bitch. Got an issue with it?
Lord.
Pull up. You got an issue. Pull up.
Politics.
I live in Atlanta, bitch. I'm not going to give you my address because y'all crazy, but pull up. Pull up.
Where do you pull
up to Centennial Park. I'll meet you right there.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so how you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm indifferent.
That's real. I think that's just the life of a black man.
I'm indifferent because I probably just need to stop having sex with people and stop giving my booty hole.
I've been telling this man to stop giving his Oval Office to all these people.
Is that what we're calling it now? Oval Office?
I don't know what I'm calling it.
My Oval Office.
Your booty hole better not be shaped like an oval.
I hope not.
That's probably why they keep coming back.
I don't look
It
back
hit
there.
different.
Oh my God. But I just need to stop messing around with like people who are not interested, people who are not comfortable with themselves, like, and I just need to figure out me. And hopefully through that I will find somebody.
Reclaim your time, Sean.
Reclaim my booty hole.
That too.
My Oval Office.
We are going to be blacklisted. Okay, y'all. So, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, great, because I have to use the restroom.
Oh my God.
So this is going to conclude another episode of Black Yeah Okay.
He has to piss.
I have to urinate
With his
because I'm
penis.
human. I'm human.
Human?
I started saying period lately, and
What
I'm not.
the
I don't.
fuck is that?
Period, but with an N. Period. Anyway,
That sounds like the book company. Pearson?
that is not the same thing.
It
You
is.
literally said you added a whole syllable into that bitch.
Pearson?
You know what? I'm turning this mic off. Signing off. I'm Carlton Taylor.
And I'm Sean Brinkley. Do you want a social media?
Oh, our social
We have
media.
shit now.
We do have shit now. I said it last time.
But, okay.
Also, you can find us on Instagram at
Damn.
BGO_pod. Join the conversation there. We would love to hear what you all have to say.
Oh, yeah.
Literally everything that we said today, y'all feel free to just go on and just interact. Just
Don't be disrespectful, though, because I will block every single one of y'all.
You know what? Blocking is real, and that is my American right.
Don't be
to block the shit out of
disrespectful, because
somebody.
you can pull up on me, and I'll tell you my address. I don't give a fuck.
Period. No, still meet me at Piedmont. Not Piedmont.
Centennial.
Centennial Park. I mean, you can meet me at Piedmont too, but as soon as dusk comes, we going
Meet me at the trap. It's going down.
Meet me at 5 Points Marta Station.
Jesus. Not the middle of the city. That is dead smack in the middle.
In the middle. Period.
Okay.
Not tampon. But okay, y'all. Yeah, so follow us on social media or Instagram rather at BGO_podcast. You can go into our links there. You can find us on YouTube and on the other places that we're streaming. We got a link tree now, so you can go on there and kind of like venture through some stuff.
Just dabble.
Also, if you all have any questions and you don't want anybody to know that you're behind a question, feel free to go into our Ask FM and ask the question. We'll answer it live on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's something new that I thought of literally yesterday as I was getting my toes done. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. If y'all get too crazy, I am deleting it.
I'm telling y'all, don't be disrespectful. Please don't, because I don't tolerate it.
Period. And that's on period. Yeah. All right, y'all. So on that note, we will see y'all later.